जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर श्याम सुंदर जय गौर निताय Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stotra Sata Srimad Avaya Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stotra Sata Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। समवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are discussing chapter 6, text number 29 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I read the text. You all can repeat after me. I'm sorry. Sarva-bhūtātmā sarva-bhūta-stham sarva-bhūtāni cātmani īkṣate yoga-yuktātmā sarvatra sama-darśanaḥ sarva-bhūta-stham ātmānaṁ sarva-bhūtāni cātmani īkṣate yoga-yuktātmā sarvatra sama-darśanaḥ sarva-bhūta-stham ātmānaṁ sarva-bhūtāni cātmani īkṣate yoga-yuktātmā sarvatra sama-darśanaḥ. Word to word meaning and translation purposed by Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sarva-bhūta-stham, situated in all beings. ātmānaṁ, the Supreme Soul. sarva, all, bhūtāni, entities, cha, also, ātmāni, in the self, īkṣate, does see, yoga-yuktātmā, one who is dovetailed in Krishna consciousness, sarvatra, everywhere, sama-darśanaḥ, seeing equally. Translation. A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees everything in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me and the same Supreme Lord everywhere. A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. Purport. A Krishna conscious yogi is a perfect seer because he sees Krishna, the Supreme, situated in everyone's heart as Super Soul, Paramatma. Ishvara sarva-bhūtānaṁ hriddhe sarjana tishtati. The Lord in his Paramatma feature is situated within both the heart of dog and that of a Brahmana. The perfect yogi knows that the Lord is eternally transcendental and is not materially affected by his presence in either a dog or a Brahmana. This is supreme neutrality of the Lord. The individual soul is also situated in the individual heart, but he is not present in all the hearts. That is the distinction between the individual soul and the super soul. One who is not factually in the practice of yoga cannot see so clearly. A Krishna conscious person can see Krishna in the heart of both believer and the non-believer. In the Smriti, this is confirmed as follows. Ātatva cha matrivide cha ātmahi paramo harihi. The Lord, being the source of all beings, is like the mother and the maintainer. As the mother is neutral to all different kinds of children, the Supreme Father or Mother is also. Consequently, the Supreme Soul is always in every living being. Outwardly also, every living being is situated in the energy of the Lord. As will be explained in the 7th chapter, the Lord has primarily two energies, the spiritual or the superior and the material or the inferior. Energy. The living entity is always in the Lord's energy. Every living entity is situated in him in one way or another. The yogi sees equally because he sees all living entities, although in different situations, according to the results of fruitive work, in all circumstances, remain the servants of God. While in the material energy, the living entity serves the material senses, and while in spiritual energy, he serves the Supreme Lord directly. In either case, the living entity is the servant of God. This vision of equality is perfect in a person in Krishna consciousness. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Khaksharonmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stopitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada explains very nicely in this most important text of chapter 6. Here, Prabhupada says very clearly, the yogi sees equally because he sees all living entities, although in different situations according to the results of the fruitive work. As the living entities are working as per their karma or the fruitive results, still they are working as directed by Krishna. They are servants of Krishna ultimately. Just for example, a tiger which has to catch the animals and then eat. If it finds a mango, very nice mango, no, it doesn't relish. It says it is not of any use for my food. It's not a food for me. So who is actually directing the living entities? That this is your house, this is what you have to eat, this is what you have to not to eat, this is your enemy, this is your friend. Who is guiding? Just imagine a newborn baby, immediately it tries to suck mother's milk. Where from the idea is coming? Krishna is situated in every living entity as Paramatma and giving the guidance, giving the instructions, giving the intelligence. As we see in 15:15, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smriti gnanam apohanancha. Krishna says, I am situated in every living entity in their heart. And from me, the three things, intelligence, forgetfulness, and also the memory, all the three things come from me only. Similarly, here Prabhupada has quoted 1861, Ishvara sarva-bhūta, Ishvara sarva-bhūtānaṁ hridde sarjana tishtati. I am situated. Ishvara, the Supreme, is situated in everyone's heart. And he is the one who is running the whole show. He is giving the results, he is giving the ideas, he is giving the intelligence as per their fruitive activities which they have done as per their karma. But the person who is a true yogi, this 629, this text makes it absolutely clear that A person who is a true yogi will see everything. Every living entity is having Paramatma inside. He sees Krishna. Krishna is there. He will be able to see this is working. This is moving like this. This snake is trying to bite me because Krishna is situated in its heart and giving the directions. You are a snake and you have to bite whoever try to harm you. Yes, he will be able to see. And not only that, he sees when he looks at Krishna, he sees all these living entities in Krishna himself. As we can see in chapter 11, how Krishna has shown everyone to Arjuna. All the people who were fighting there, Drona, Karna, all the people, Arjuna could see in the Vishwarupa that they are moving inside the mouth of Krishna. And they are either getting killed, crushed, or they are already moved inside the mouth and getting hit strongly by the teeth, and they become powder. They become egg. Literally, they become powder in the mouth. So, this seeing that everyone in Krishna and Krishna in everyone, every living entity is possible only when the person becomes a true yogi, a true Krishna conscious person. There is a story which is quite relevant, though maybe once or twice some people might have heard from me in these discussions, but it is still relevant here. The the spiritual master has got his disciples every day studying Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and learning all the things by heart. They recite the slokas so nicely, and they are able to give explanation about that. But still, the master, the thinks that these fellows are mugging up and just like parrot, they are repeating. Really, inside the heart, this thing has not gone. To check that, one Ekadasi, he calls all the disciples and tells them, you see, here I have the bananas. Each one of you take this banana. And today being Ekadasi, you eat this banana. But when you are eating, take all precaution that nobody will see you. So one by one, all the disciples, they take the bananas. And there, far away, one shepherd, he every day listens to whatever the spiritual master is teaching, and he listens. So for him also, he brought the spiritual master, gives him the banana, calls him, oh, come here. He says, yes, yes, Maharaj. And he says, take this banana, you eat. Yes, I understood. I will eat in such a way that nobody will see me. Yes, you are right. You have understood, just like all these fellows have understood. He said, yes. So next day, all assembled in the class. The shepherd was also there, taking care of the sheep. And the spiritual master asked them, oh, yesterday was Ekadasi. How was it? How did you eat the banana which I gave you? without being noticed by anybody. Tell your experience. So one by one, the devotees start explaining. The disciples started explaining. Master, while I was taking dip in the water, I just went inside with the banana, and when I was inside, I just ate the banana and come out without banana. Oh, very good. Has anybody noticed you? No, nobody has seen. Nobody has seen me. Spiritual master says, oh, yeah, master says, yeah. The next one says, oh, master, I went behind the bush. Those bush which cover everything. So I went inside the bush and opened the banana and I ate. Nobody has seen me. Oh, good, intelligent, quite intelligent. Like that, everyone explained how they ate. Then he observes that there is still one banana, came back, left. Alright, who had kept back the banana here? He was searching. Every one of you have eaten, you have eaten, everyone has eaten. Everyone has eaten, then one banana is come back. I gave it to all. Then they look at the shepherd. The shepherd comes running. Yes. It's me. I just kept it back. Why? The master asked, why? You didn't find a place, or you didn't feel hungry, or what is the problem? Master, I searched everywhere. I wanted to eat. I was hungry too. But unfortunately, I didn't find a place where Krishna is not seeing me. Krishna is seeing everywhere, wherever I go, because he is situated in me. So I could not eat. Krishna is watching me. How can I eat? The master was stunned. He says, you see, this is the real realization. You people, you speak Sanskrit, you speak, you recite the slokas, you speak on the slokas for hours together, but you don't realize the fact. You have not digested the fact. Actually, this is the thing. We read, but to become a true yogi, it requires the real realization inside the heart. Krishna explains in 5:12, Yukta karma phalam tyaktva shanti mapnoti naishtikim ayukta kamakarena phale sakto nibhadyate. If you are doing everything for me without expecting any result, then you are not bound. You are not bound by any sort of karma. And you get the peace of mind. You are always happy. If you do the things expecting the results and thinking that those results are because of you, then you are bound totally in the cycle of birth and death and you lose your peace of mind. Simple. So if we are not connected to Krishna totally, we lose our peace of mind. That's why we cannot see Krishna anywhere. We become selfish. We become self-oriented, forgetting Krishna. We want to enjoy the fruits of our hard labor. I want to enjoy. If you want to enjoy, the first condition is forget Krishna. But Krishna again, he already indicated in 270 that apuryamana machala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat. You will be getting so many desires and ideas, just like the rivers, they join the sea. Sea is never agitated. Sea doesn't get disturbed when so much of water from the rivers are joining the sea. Similarly, you will be getting so many ideas, so many desires, so many different things which you want to enjoy, which you want to do for enjoyment, sense enjoyment. If you are disturbed, if you start taking action on them, you will lose the peace. You are in the cycle of birth and death again and again and again and again. Apuryamana machala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnoti na kamakam. That's why if you keep on thinking for your sense gratification, there is no end for that, and you are always unhappy. You are in the cycle of birth and death again and again, millions and millions of times. So Krishna gives the clue in 6:7, which we have seen already in this 6th chapter, 7th text. Jitātmana prashantasya paramatme samahita sītoshna sukha dukkeshu tada manapamanayo. A person who has won over the mind. Jita ātmānaṁ. Atma is actually here the mind. The person who wins over the mind, he is already achieving the goal of reaching Krishna. Jitātmana prashantasya paramatme tadavrataha. Already he is in the process, he is almost achieved the goal of reaching Krishna. And such a person, Sītoshna Sukha Dukkeshu, all, whether it is Sita, cold or hot or happy or unhappy, any situation is always equal. There is no change in his mood, in his feelings. He is equipoised. He is not disturbed. So in 6.7, Prabhupada has given very nice purport, which is quite relevant here. I thought we should once again discuss this. Prabhupada writes here, actually every living entity is intended to abide by the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. When the mind is misled by the external illusionary energy, one becomes entangled in material activities. Therefore, as soon as one's mind is controlled through one of the yoga system, one should be considered to have already reached for destination. One has to abide by superior dictation. When one's mind is fixed on the superior nature, he has no alternative but to follow the dictation of the Supreme. The mind must admit some superior dictation and follow it. The effect of controlling mind is that one automatically follows the dictation of Paramatma or Supreme Soul. Because this transcendental position is at once achieved by the one who is in Krishna consciousness. The devotee of the Lord is unaffected by the duality of the material existence, namely distress, happiness, cold and heat. So, after all this, yes, I know by doing this, this is a sinful activity, it is going to be harmful to me. But somehow, I don't know, some force is acting on me and I am doing the sinful activity. Arjuna asked the same question in 3.36. Atakena prayukto yam papam charati purushaha. I don't know. Some force is acting on me and it is making me to carry out the sinful activity unwillingly. Though I am not willing to do any sinful activity, but some force is inside me which is making me to do the sinful activity. Krishna, what is this? Kindly explain. Krishna says, it is no other external force. It is your own internal force. Krishna explains. Sri Bhagavan Vacha 37, 337. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhava. This is nothing but your own kama, the lust, and krodha, the anger. And which are inside you, which are generated by the mode of passion. And that's why Mahashanno Mahapapma Vidyena Miha Vairinam. This is the enemy of the whole human society. Understand this. Please understand that this is your own lust and anger which is making you to commit some sinful activity. And Krishna explains in 1621, Trividam Narakaschedam Dwaram Nashanam ātmānaṁ Kama Krodhastada Lobha Tasmat Etatrayam Tyajet. These are the three doors. Prabhupada says this is the royal way for the hell. What are the three? Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Lust, anger, and greed. These three will lead anyone to hell only. So come out of that. You understand that this is the biggest enemy and this is devouring. This will simply devour everything, all your intelligence, and ultimately you have to be totally in this cycle. You cannot come out if you don't win over that. So our mind has got all these problems, kama, krodha, lobha. How to come out is the challenging question. How we can come out? We have a very detailed discussion about the similar situation in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, text number 22. Prithu Maharaj, actually, he was a very great king. All people, they respect, they worship Prithu Maharaj. And one day, all assembled for hearing from Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj explains the duties of the citizens and all that. And he equally loves the citizens as the citizens also equally respect him, love him, worship him. Then actually he invites all the demigods, all pure devotees to kindly come and please give us the directions how we can really come out of these material desires and reach the destiny of the Supreme Lord. Then in chapter 22, in the beginning, we see that the four Kumaras, they appear there. As the four Kumaras appear, Prithu Maharaj welcomes them with great humbleness and wash their feet, and he does pays all the respects and obeisances. And then he asks one question. 4:22:13. A person whose aim is sense gratification only and who is totally entangled in the fruitive activities, such a person, how he can come out of this? So he asks very relevant question. Prithu Maharaj asks a very relevant question to the four Kumaras who are present there, who are very great learned personalities, but who appear like small child only. Each one without any clothes, naked. And they move anywhere in the whole universe. So, Prithu Maharaj, with great humbleness, he asked for the benefit of the human society and for the benefit of all his citizens. So, how a person will come out when when his aim is only sense gratification and he keeps on getting entangled in these fruitive activities. Kumaras explain how the Krishna's name will actually elevate a person. The most important of the explanation is 4:22:39, where Kumaras explain how they can very easily come out. Yad-pada-pankaj-palasha-vilasabhaktya karmachayam gradita-mrudgadayanti santa tadvannarektamatayo yatayopi ruddha sroto ganastamaranam bhajavasudevam. They explain, the Kumaras are explaining Prithu Maharaj, even the great sages, they can't control the forces of the senses effectively. The great sages who perform austerities, they can't control the forces of the senses. The senses are very, very strong. But when the person is engaged in the service of Lord Krishna, they enjoy transcendental bliss and uproot the deep-grown desire for fruitive activities. That is why you should try with all your heart to worship the Supreme Lord Krishna, Vasudeva, always. So they give the simple solution. Yes, it is very difficult for anybody to come out of the sense gratification. The senses are very strong. Even the big sages, great sages, they have fallen down. They fall down if they want to control the senses on their own strength. But when a person is engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then the desires, these fruitive activities, which are there as very deep-rooted trees, they are thrown out one by one because the transcendental bliss he enjoys destroys them, uproots them. So, the best way for anybody who is intelligent, who understands that sense gratification will not lead anybody anywhere, he should very clearly understand that it is the devotional service only, devotional service to Krishna only, which make us to come out. And other than that, nothing is possible to come out of the sense gratification. And such people who always do the service to Krishna, who are in that transcendental mood, whatever difficulties they experience, they simply take it as the Krishna's blessing, anukampa, causeless mercy. In 10:14:08, Brahma explains this. Tate nukampam susamikṣamano bunjana yevatmakrutam vipakam hridvakvapurvidhadadam namaste jivetayo muktipade sadaya bhakt. Tate nukampa. Hey Krishna, this is your blessing. I am in difficulty, but these difficulties are reduced by you. So the person who is in the difficulties always remember you. Hrid walk vapu. Hrid from the heart. Walk by the tongue. And vapu from the body. He always prays. He always does this prayers to Krishna, saying that, oh Krishna, because of your kindness, the difficulties are reduced. And Brahma explains that Brahma, while praying to Krishna, he says that such people, they have jivetayo mukti padesa dayabat. Such people are having the right for liberation. Liberation becomes their right. So, our duty, having come to this material world, is to perform the devotional service to Krishna. If we always remember Krishna in all our services, then all our material desires will slowly, one by one, will go out, and we definitely reach the destiny of Krishna's abode, Golok Vrindavan. So we should always adhere to the simple principle that whatever activities we are doing, it is for Krishna. It should become a devotional service. So our devotional service sincerely starts by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because this Maha Mantra is the one which purifies us and through which we are begging Krishna and Radha to kindly take us back to Godhead and join us in the service there in Golok Vrindavan. When Krishna is pleased, he will give more knowledge, more ideas how the devotional service can be performed in much better way. And slowly, as we become pure devotees, we are sure to go back to Godhead. There is absolutely no doubt in this process. With these things, I stop here. Hare Krishna. Now, whatever doubts, whatever questions you have, we can discuss. We have a few more minutes left. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. If you have some questions or comments, you can unmute and ask, or you can write on the chat.
Hare Krishna. I think if no questions are there, I stop here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srimad
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Jai. Hare Krishna Mate.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you.